of the famous Rabbonim of yesteryear. And friends, we are in Turkey today. We're on around 21st of Elul, Chaf Aleph Elul territory at the moment. It's a Hilula of Rabbi Yitzchak Mayo Z'tl, one of the great rabbis from Turkey, especially towards the end of the 1700s and early 1800s. He'd become a great rabbi. He would become a Posek Halacha, a rabbi that would render various different halachic judgments. He would become a Sofar, a scribe also, who would become the rabbi of the city of Izmir, which was a very prominent position because it was a huge, flourishing Torah community over there. And he became the author of various different Torah works, including the Sharshei Hayam. So let's explore a few of the highlights within regards to Rabbi's life. So he was born, as we stated before, in the year 1725 in the area of Istanbul, Kushta, as they say in Hebrew, and he was born from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rabbi Aaron, and he learned under the auspices of a great rabbi, Rabbi Yehuda Ashkenazi, who happened to be also the rabbi of Izmir at that specific point in time. He was a great parshan in of itself and an expert within regards to Talmud and the author of various different Torah works. So he was under really good auspices at that point in time. It's actually interesting. Rabbi Yitzchak Bilimonti actually wrote down in, I think, a book, Shar HaMelech, within regards to the greatness there was at that stage in time within regards to the Turkish Jewish Jewry at that point in time, how great the Chachamim were at that stage in time, and really gave some chronicles over within regards to different leaders of that specific vicinity. And I believe in the year 1782, by that stage, the great rabbi himself was approximately about 50 years of age, just over 50, about 55-ish years of age. He was appointed the deputy of Izmir. The chief rabbi at that stage in time was a great rabbi, Chaim Modai. So I think he was about 57 years of age at that stage in time. Obviously, being in such a prominent position, he very much was able to see firsthand as a deputy how the running of the city was going about and how it was for a chief rabbi to actually navigate around in such a great Torah vicinity. Afterwards, eventually, I believe Rabbi Modai would actually move to the land of Israel. So in the year 1793, he was crowned as Rav HaKolel, the head rabbi of Izmir, which was a huge, huge position. And this is a position he would take on till he passed away in the year 1810. So he had about a 17-year period where he was a chief rabbi of the city, and he was in great correspondence also with Rabbi Rafa'el Yosef Chazan at that stage in time. He himself happened to be the author of the Torah colossal work of the Chakerei Lev, which was a famous She'elot and Shuvot, question and answers, booked, compiled. Also, I think also great Rabbonim were coming to Turkey from all over the world. So there was dialogue between Rabbonim from all over, including the Maharit Al-Ghazi, who was a great rabbi we have spoken about before, Harab Yom Tov Al-Ghazi, who I believe was a Rishon LeZion. He came all the way from Israel, and he was a Rosh Yeshivat Mukoblim Shel Bet El, the head yeshiva rabbi of Yeshivat Bet El, a place that we've actually dedicated and spoke about in an exclusive video, if I'm not mistaken, before. He came to dialogue with the people at that point in time because it was a very robust and huge Jewish community at the time with a lot of robust and great discussions at that stage in time. I believe his wife passed away in the year Hey Taf Kuf Nun Gemel, as we say in Hebrew, and he had many great Talmudim, including Rabbi Chaim Yoshua Al-Azar HaKohen Chamatzi, who I believe became later on the Ab Bet Din, the head of the Jewish court of Haifa. He himself was alive between the years 1806 to 1881. He had many, many great Talmudim, which we can also maybe brush on. Also, there was Rabbi Mordechai Nachum, who was also another great rabbi. He was another one of the famous Talmud of him. So let's see some of the books that he wrote, including the Sharshei Hayam, which we've spoken about just before. I think it actually started written in the Hebrew year Mem Taf Kuf Chavav, and it took many, many years to compile this great book. I think it was printed into 3 different volumes. It was over many, many years span. It was printed also. I think it was done within regards to the order of the Mishnah Torah of the Rambam. And it was classical, let's just say, a great Torah work in himself. L'kol shoresh kotzrot kagon shoresh mitzvot hatshuva. It brought about the shoresh, the root, as we call shoresh breira, shoresh isur bal tosif. The different roots within regards to all the different mitzvot and things that one should maybe potential things one shouldn't be doing. Actually, will bring about the root of where actually it's come from in of itself. I think it had like many, many different quotes also featured inside this great Torah colossal work itself. I think it was quoted and had a connection with the famous book of Rabbi Hari Nonos, on the book the Shah Melech also, if I'm not mistaken, and it was very, very great. I think the last volume, if I'm not mistaken, was printed in the year Taf Shin Ayin Hey, if I'm not mistaken, and it actually came out at various times, different countries, and was another great work. There was another great work they wrote, the Shut Sefat Hayam. This was Shut means a She'elot and Shuvot, questions and answers. This was printed in Saloniki, I believe in Turkey, Greece territory, in the year Taf Kuf Ayin Vav. It was Shuvot on the 4 Chalakim of the Shulchan Aruch of the Code of Jewish Law. And it was printed, I believe, also a second time, in the year Taf Shin Pei Bet, through the Machon, let's say the organization, the foundation of Hadarat Kodesh. And this had various different manuscripts added to it also. Then there was a Peyat Yam also, which was Chidushim al Mesechet Beitzah, one of the tractates inside the Talmud. Some people call Beitzah Beya also. Another great work was the Darkei Ayam, but this was various different Drushim. And I think at the end, I think it actually speaks about the generation of the Derech HaSha'ar. And there's different, let's just say, Drashot and Hespedim over there, and really, really different great works inside this great Torah colossal work in of itself. And he passed away on the 20th of September in the 1810. I believe he passed away in Izmir, if I'm not mistaken. At that point in time, they were part of the Ottoman Empire. Chaf Aleph Elul, I believe, is his Ilula. Don't forget to light candles in his memory. Friends, we've covered around nearly 400 great Rabbanim of yesteryear. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. And please share with others. We are a community here. We're learning about all the great Rabbanim. Friends, we've already covered about 25 great rabbis from Turkey. If you watch through the playlist in of itself, you'll see many of the famous rabbis in of itself. Maybe we go from strength to strength and learn about more Rabbanim and improve. Wishing you all blessings from Israel, and have a great night, everyone. Take care and have a great night.